What's up guys, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Let's take a look at the crypto market today because some coins are doing very well, some coins are doing less well. There are a couple of things coming up that I think are super exciting, and I would like to take a look at the dominance of Bitcoin as well, as that's been a big indicator for me whether it's a good time to buy altcoins or not. So if you like the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and let's get right into it. If I start talking like a moron, I had my tooth pulled yesterday, so I'm being a little bit, but I nevertheless wanted to update you with my thoughts on the current market. So Bitcoin is, trying to break that 31K. Like if you put it on the weekly, as you can see right here, you can see these three fake outs, these three little fake outs that we have right here, where we keep on getting rejected. We were getting rejected around the same area over here in April, and we now tried 1, 2, 3 times in a row last month. So it's important for me to see that if you are bullish on Bitcoin, that we at least find support on this 200 weighted moving average right here. And so far we seem to do that, right? The last time when we had that fake out, we could not hold that line, and that made us go all the way down to $26,000. Now it's a big battle right here. Because basically you see this red area and it's a wide range, but I expect this whole range to be quite of a big resistance level for Bitcoin, right? We can break 31 and go to 32. But yeah, it's not that 32 has no resistance, or 33. I think the complete way right here up till 37 basically is big resistance. So it's a hard area for Bitcoin. But it might keep on pushing and break towards 35 maybe, and then go down. I do expect Bitcoin to go down over this year though. And why is that? Yeah, well, simply because if you look at how Bitcoin did this year so far, we had January, which was red, February green, March green, April green. We had May, which was a little red, but then June green, and July so far, which can go any direction, of course, still, also green. So we have a lot of green candles. Usually we only see that many green candles in a bull market, right? We had a bull market here in 2021, and you see all these green candles right here, and they were hard candles, right? But usually in these pre-halving years we get 5, 4, 5, and then it's mostly red for the rest of the year. Right, so I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out right now. The monthly stochastic RSI on Bitcoin is getting in that overbought territory. Don't get me wrong though, because here it was already overbought. And that's basically where the bull market started, right? So as long as we are here, we can go up very hard. So, the monthly chart right here, that's mostly going to play out over the course of the next 2 years, probably something like that. But looks quite interesting to me. If you are interested in an altcoin which is doing incredible, what do you mean? The coin that I released, you probably already know about it. This thing keeps on going. We're sitting at almost a $5 million market cap. We reached it for a short while right here, $5 million market cap. If you know about the utility, you want to be involved in this project. So definitely go check out whatdoyoumeancrypto.com. There's a link down below. Back to the charts. That's Bitcoin. Right now, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, this is also on the monthly chart, by the way, right? So on the monthly chart, it's very clear. We are very bullish on this chart, right? We broke out and we have also quite the resistance right here at this 53% area, where we had support here, resistance here, and lots of support here, right? So you can expect some trouble here. We in the dominance might go back down towards the higher 40, which could give altcoins a good push against Bitcoin. Right, and then of course, if that also happens to the altcoins dollar pair, depends on what Bitcoin does in the meantime. In the meantime, if Bitcoin breaks up above this $30,000 area, while the dominance is resetting it a little bit, then you can definitely see a nice run for altcoins. But on the other hand, It can also be that Bitcoin goes down while the dominance goes down, and then it's always the question like, okay, what's going down harder in this case? So Bitcoin dominance, but yeah, it's holding up though. It's holding up for now, and it's following Bitcoin quite precisely, right? We're going up. One Bitcoin is going up, and now Bitcoin is kind of stuck at that $30,000 level. 31. You see that the dominance is also kind of ranging over here, but don't get it twisted. We went up, we went sideways for like 2 months, up again, sideways for like 3 months, up again, and we're now sideways for the second week. So it could be the time where things are a little sideways for now. If we take a look, however, at this is the Bitcoin dominance without stable coins, because, you know, the Bitcoin dominance shows you, of course, how much money is sitting into Bitcoin compared to the rest of the market. But the rest of the market also includes stables. If we take away those stables, you see this, right? So you see that even without stables, it is going up. And if you want to chart this, yeah, then you can definitely say, okay, next support comes in over here, kind of, right? And that's that 60% level. That's where we had support here, and a little stuff over here. But we broke this range here, we broke this. So on, yeah, here there's not much of resistance until another 2-3% higher than this. Quite interesting. Will it come back to some lower levels? Yeah, definitely possible. Total 3 is quite interesting if I look at this, because the total 3, as I said, it's been in this what are all these lines doing over here? Who was like, go away? So it's in this falling wedge, right? And this falling wedge has been going on since the bear market started. So you see November 2021 right there on my screen, right there. And we tried to break out right here. It didn't work, and I fell back in it. Oh, holy shit, I am not having the best day of my life. Here we go. What we did right now, again, we broke out. Right, we broke out. But I want to celebrate too soon, right? Because here we also broke out, and it turned out that it was a fake out, right? And we were even above the bull market support band. Now we are below the bull market support band, right? Which is the thing that rejects an asset in a bear market or supports it in the bull market. We got a rejection over here, got it over here, got it over here, went above it, didn't seem to hold, got rejected again. And even if we do keep on breaking out, yeah, I want to see how this keeps on going. And I think I can see the forecast of that. Yeah. Give me that band. Why are you? Oh shit! All right, I have it like 3 times right now. Right. So if the altcoin market stays where it is right now, then the forecast is that the bull market support band will move like this, right? And in that case, we did break out of this diagonal line, but then again, we will have problems with the bull market support band in around September. Right? If it stays like this, completely sideways, which it doesn't, of course, right? It will move up and down. What I'm trying to say is we are not out of the woods yet on the altcoin market. It can also, again, be a fake out, right? It could definitely be that the Bitcoin dominance decides to keep on running, or that Bitcoin just get a hard rejection right here, or any type of bad news about securities or whatever. I don't know about the, you know, the narrative behind it. All I know is it can still happen that we fall back in this and that we will see a low on the altcoin market, which is quite likely to me that eventually will happen, even if we break out. Right? It takes me back to last cycle as well. We broke out. Nevertheless, more than a year later, we made a lower low in the altcoin market. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, but it's finally showing some not even strength, but a form of life after getting beat down so much. You have to understand that Bitcoin broke out of this wedge in January, right? 7 months ago. The altcoin market, if it's not a fake out, then it's finally doing that now. So the altcoin market is at least running behind 7 months on Bitcoin, right? So be a little careful when you look at the altcoin market, especially in these times, right? Everybody is now YOLOing into altcoins again because, whoa, Solana, $19. It's a little bit about perspective. Because if you looked a couple of months ago, it was 50, right? And if you would have thought about like, oh, $19, that would have been like not so good. But now, because it came from so far, $19 looks bullish. But in my eyes, this is nothing than a lower high so far, right? Plus, we are sitting with specifically Solana. Look, I mean, we fell down, we got back up. Okay, cool. But we made major support out of this point, right? And now we fell back down again. But now it's more looking like it's going to be resistance. So we really want to see a clear break above $20. Hold for a while. So we know that this is support and not resistance. Otherwise, it's just a lower high. And then people fall for these little bumps right here, right? Like from even this point, the fake out, we are now 50% up. It sounds like a lot, but it's also, if you know where we came from, right? And also on Solana Bitcoin pair, I mean, it's going up, down harder, up, down harder, right? Up and down again. So it's still like it's basically just going down, and every once in a while it gives people the hope that it's going to do something so they can throw the money in, and then at the end of the day they lose it, and that makes the altcoin market crash again. And then people move to Pepe, or now Pepe 2.0 or whatever the fuck, and then they think, let's make money with that, because if quality stuff doesn't do it for me, let's gamble then. Yeah, and gambling overall doesn't really work out. And then they get right that way. And at the end of the day, all the liquidity just basically moves back into Bitcoin. And that's what you see. Bitcoin just goes up. The dominance goes up. And after a while, nobody gives a shit about altcoins anymore. That's what happens in this market. All right, so it's just so far what's happening right now. And yeah, I did make videos, a video lately, yesterday or the day before. Where I said like, if you do not have a position into a quality altcoin yet, you might want to think about dollar costing. Why do I say that? Same case, it is now bottoming, right? And then you miss it. That's not what you want. But the chance that altcoins are now bottoming is very low though, right? And therefore, I'm still under the impression that things could go down way harder, right? Because if you look at projects like AVAX, again, guys, it's super simple. Accumulation phase is where you accumulate, uptrend where you make your money, distribution phase where you take your profits, downtrend where you do nothing, and then it starts all over again. This is not looking like an accumulation phase to me, right? This is looking like a complete hard downtrend, right? So in this specific case, AVAX doesn't look like a good buy to me, right? And although you might say like, yeah, well, it came all the way from $10 to $13. Yeah, well, it came all the way from $150 to $13 as well, right? What's the risk reward in this case? If you want to trade it, don't even listen to me. I'm not talking about trading. I'm talking about investing right here. And a lot of altcoins don't look worth to invest. When do I think that an altcoin is worth to invest in? Well, I don't really look at the dollar pair. Why? Because very simple. Even like I said, because on the Bitcoin pair it's going down, right? So if you have Bitcoin, you can now buy the bottom, right? While on its dollar pair, it's basically sitting higher than where it was. But even if you do not have Bitcoin, you have to understand it's making lower lows all the time, right? And a lot of charts look like this. I can also show you Moonbeam. I can also show you Hacks. I can also show you Cake. I can show you anything, right? Exceptions are always there. I know, of course. And try to pick them if you want. Of course, that's fine, right? I'm looking at the general altcoin market because otherwise it's too much like gambling. And I don't have the money to gamble. But if I look at its Bitcoin pair, I feel like, yeah, it's now sitting way lower than where it was before, right? If you look on its dollar pair, for example, it's sitting at the same level as where it was in December 2022. Well, yeah, let's go to December 2022, was here, right? So that's almost twice as low already on its Bitcoin pair as what it was on its dollar pair, right? What does that mean? Well, if you have Bitcoin, that's a good deal. If you do not have that, just be careful, right? Because what if now Bitcoin goes down? That's what you have to understand. If Bitcoin goes down, right, AVAX is already sitting way lower compared to Bitcoin. So what if Bitcoin goes back to the levels as where it was over here? Then the AVAX USD pair will end up here, right? And again, I'm saying AVAX goes for whatever. Therefore, I get sometimes these comments like, yeah, just dollar cost and who gives a fuck about Bitcoin and you're looking at the wrong altcoins. This is overall, in general, every altcoin that I'm looking at, right? And again, if you want to look for the exceptions, go ahead. Then also my channel is not really for you at this point of the market. Because, yeah, you can cherry pick, but there are a lot of good projects. And one good project shows that it's good in the price. And one good project shows not that it's good in the price, right? Because you can say whatever you want. AVAX is a good project, right? But the price doesn't show it. Again, Gala is a good project. The price doesn't show it. There are a lot of good projects in this list right here, but they don't show it. Forge is a good project. Does it show it? Cedar is a good project. Does it show it? Right? Now you might be like, yeah, but my project is better and therefore the price is going up. You don't know, right? And I'm not gambling with this. So I'm still being a bit careful though. So yeah, and yeah, Ethereum, Bitcoin is also a chart that I think is very important to keep your eyes on. Even if you don't care about Ethereum or Bitcoin, it's not the point. But it's showing that Ethereum is the biggest altcoin, right? And Ethereum is going down against Bitcoin since like for 10 months already, right? Ethereum is weakening against Bitcoin. So what if it finally breaks this level right here and goes down? This is since September 2022 that it's been going down. Altcoins follow this, right? So if Ethereum finally collapses against Bitcoin, then your altcoin goes down hard. It's just what it is. That's just how it works. So it's an important chart. It could, of course, break to the upside. Definitely. It could. But yeah, I don't know. If I look at the total 3 divided by the Bitcoin market cap and I see this, right? What do you see? I see a short-term bounce. That's what I said. And look exactly where it bounced, like beautiful, right? But overall, I do think that that's short-term and that we eventually break that and go down this level again. That's what we did in every bear market. This is where altcoins were compared to Bitcoin. This is where altcoins were compared to Bitcoin, right? Especially now, I know that Bitcoin got rejected now for an ETF, but it will get through at some point. You know how much money is going into Bitcoin then, right? And then we have all these altcoin securities and this and that, and they still keep bleeding. People won't give shit about their altcoins anymore. Put it into Bitcoin, and we will get down here again. Doesn't mean that your altcoin goes down in dollar value, right? Because this move down could happen while Bitcoin is going up. But why would you hold your altcoin then if Bitcoin is so much more rewarding and so low a risk? It doesn't make any sense. So I do think that we eventually will get down here. Look, I mean, last cycle we went here as well, and we stayed here from August 2018 till May 2019, and then we finally broke down. So that was almost a year, right? Now, we got here in June. Yeah, could it be that we will sit at this level in April or I don't give a shit, like February maybe, I don't know. Could be that we just range here, right? And then go down. Like if I make these videos and then the next day, you know, you have a 5% move in the opposite direction of what I said, there's always people like, you were so wrong. Like, no, I'm not talking about trading. I'm talking about investing. The shit that I say is for a year from now or 6 months maybe, but not like this week or anything. Otherwise I will say that. So yeah, speaking about this week, there is a pre-sale coming up, by the way, to Seedify and Engine Starter, Chain GPT, Decubate, for I think Decubate, Pools Finance, and that's DexCheck. And if you know about our project, what do you mean? We invest in crypto pre-sales, right, through our small buy and sell tax. We use that tax to get a high tier in these launchpads like Seedify, etc. We are already quite a whale in Engine Starter, so that's pretty awesome. So we will probably get a pretty big allocation. And DexCheck is a project that I think is going to be really awesome. If you look at what DexCheck actually is look, this is our, where do we have it? People are buying our token like crazy, but whatever, man. Here. Our charts check. DexCheck is just like basically like Dex tools or anything like that, but it's way more expanded. And it already works. It already works perfectly, right? You can see the performance of a coin over the last 7 days, 30 days, 90 days compared to USD, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB. You can follow trades by the people that buy and sell it. But you can also see your crypto portfolio on this site. You have Insights GPT. They use AI to help you trade. This is something that I think could be really mainstream. And when I look at the crypto pre-sale, I always also look like, okay, am I actually interested in the product as well or just in the token? And in this case, I feel like, yeah, I think the product is freaking awesome. And this is something I will use, right? And you need their token, for example, to get these pro features. And that's going to be pretty popular. So this is the first project that we are going to invest in through What Do You Meme. Staking for What Do You Meme is probably going live this week. I had some good news about that. So if you stake the What Do You Meme tokens, you can check it out on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. Then you can claim your share of the profit that we make on these launches, right? Because we can probably invest like maybe $10,000 in the project, while an individual person can 500 or something like that. Yeah, that's a big difference if something does 100x, right? And therefore, it's to ratio. It's better to just be in What Do You Meme, so you don't have to pay that crazy money for the highest tier. So yeah, I think that's the last thing I wanted to say. My jaw is hurting me a little bit, so I want to wrap it up right here. That's my outlook on the crypto market for now. I don't even know how to call this video. It's just like what I'm looking at right now. But Bitcoin is looking freaking bullish to me right here, by the way. When you look at this uptrend, 1, 2, 3. So this is a real trend right here. It's holding the bull market support band as well. So that's good to see, which is not on screen right now. But yeah, I don't know. It's looking really good. I expect some trouble for Bitcoin, but I would not be surprised to one day wake up and see it at $33,000, $34,000 as well. But I expect a big push in the dominance if that happens as well. So people are going crazy over altcoins right now. Yeah, if I look what altcoins are doing compared to Bitcoin, I feel like, yeah, if this is what you're going to get crazy about, then set your bar a little higher maybe, because that's not how you're going to make it. So yeah, that's it for today. Guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications so I can stalk you every day. See you.